All outdoor outlets for homes, including air conditioning units, must have GFCI protection. Well, according to the 2020 National Electric Code, Article 210.8F, and the 2021 International Residential Code, Section R3902.17. This means that, according to the 2020 NEC and 2021 IRC, the electric circuit supplying the air conditioning unit needs to have a GFCI breaker installed to protect against ground fault. Now, these codes may not apply to you where you live because the international code is adopted or amended and then applied specifically to the local area where the home or building is located. Just after those codes were enforced, AC units started to trip or turn off unexpectedly. It was a nuisance for many homeowners. So the code changed the GFCI requirement for AC units. They made an exception. Now, according to the 2023 National Electric Code, Article 210.8F, and the 2024 International Residential Code, IRC, Section E3902.14, all outdoor outlets for homes shall have GFCI protection except for HVAC equipment. Good, right? Nope. This exception will expire on September 1st, 2026. So on September 2nd, 2026, the new code reverts back to the old code, requiring all outdoor outlets, including HVAC units, to have GFCI protection. First, all outdoor outlets have to be GFCI protected. Then there's an exception for nuisance tripping for HVAC units. And now, in 2026, it'll revert back with no exceptions to the rule. The code outdoors flip-flops around. The same thing happened in the kitchen. According to the 2023 National Electric Code, Article 210.8A6, and the 2024 International Residential Code, Section E3902.6, all receptacles should have GFCI protection at the kitchen. All kitchen receptacles, and that includes refrigerators. But just a few years ago, GFCI protection was required only at receptacles installed to serve the countertop surfaces. Oh boy. Remember, any version of the international code, old, current, or future, may be adopted or amended by the local authority having jurisdiction. And it's up to the local code enforcement officer, not the home inspector, but the code inspector, to interpret and enforce the local building code. For example, according to the 2023 NEC 210.8A2, all garage receptacles must have GFCI protection, right? All garage receptacles, GFCI, just like the kitchen. But imagine a new energy efficient freezer box with deer meat inside it, located in the garage, and it is resting on the garage floor that is above grade level. Okay. Apparently, according to code, it does not require GFCI protection, right? Well, read the code. Quote, garages and also accessory buildings that have a floor located at or below grade level. Well, a garage freezer that's above grade level would not apply to the code, right? Well, that would be an interpretation of the code by the local authority having jurisdiction, not the home inspector. I'm located in North Carolina, and apparently we're stuck in the 2015 IRC code. Look, this code is very different from modern code. Changes to code, changes to building standards and best practices and manufacturer recommendations can get a bit confusing, wouldn't you agree? You think code is straightforward, clear to understand, consistent and applied equally wherever you're located? Yeah, right. Don't be silly. Just go online for a few minutes and you'll find people in Arizona bashing inspectors in a totally different state that has different codes from different years being amended by different local authorities. Again, silly. One thing is clear. Home inspectors are not code inspectors. Home inspectors cannot enforce code. They shouldn't even mention code in their home inspection reports. And ultimately, the local authority having jurisdiction overrules all feelings, interpretations, and recommendations. If you're a home inspector, it's important to know your local code, but don't go against your local standards. Don't contradict your local code. In general, follow your local home inspection standards of practice, identify observed defects, describe the defects, explain the implication of not fixing them, and recommend a qualified contractor to further evaluate and make corrections. Be sure to recommend a qualified contractor or expert to further evaluate the indications of defects that you, the home inspector, observe on the day of the home inspection. The main point here is that there are different codes and standards, and they're always changing by year, by state and township, and they go back and forth. And unfortunately, they change, hopefully for the better, when someone gets hurt. When someone gets hurt, or the building fails to perform as intended. We change the code in an attempt to make our homes more safe. Every home should be inspected by a local certified home inspector to help ensure our homes are safe, functioning, and healthy. There aren't enough code inspectors. In the United States, we have the right and the privilege to participate in changing the code. Anyone, you, me, anybody, can submit code change proposals to the International Code Council. If you're interested in becoming a code inspector or a certified home inspector, please visit the InterNACHI School, the only tuition-free, nonprofit, nationally accredited college for home inspectors at internachi.edu.